Chris here, and I'm back in beautiful New Zealand, and I've been testing out this, which is the HOVER X1 Pro Max. So this is a drone that you can launch from the palm of your hand, and it can follow you, and it can shoot footage in 8K 30 frames per second max. So it's very sharp, it's got a lot of detail, as you see from my samples, and some of them I'm showing you now. It can also shoot 4K 120 frames per second, HDR, and 10-bit log footage too as well if you wish to grade it yourself. Now it has over 10 plus intelligent flight modes. It only weighs 192 grams, and as you can see, it folds up and it can fit into your pocket really easy. So it's portable, lightweight. And the other thing I do like about it is the flight time has improved compared to the previous model. It's now 16 minutes max of flying time that you can get from this here, the HOVER X1 Pro Max. So there are magnets that hold it when it is closed. That's all you need to do to open it up, so very easy. And when closed like that, you can easily place this drone into your pocket. So we have some vents either side. There's a fan in here that you do hear, micro SD card slot, Type-C port, so you can transfer the files over via data with a Type-C port. However, it's at USB 2 speed, so I highly recommend you use Wi-Fi 6 that it does support. You get much better speeds. It's a lot quicker. Something that's new now to the Pro Max version right here is this. So we do have obstacle avoidance now for the rear, so there's some sensors there and a camera. Along the bottom, we have a similar setup with the downwards firing camera and sensors, and this is how it will land on your palm. You can launch it from your palm too. And the removable battery. Now the battery, this is 1920 milliamp hours, giving us 16 minutes of flight time, which is an improvement. So this is the screen that shows us all of the information we need. And the big thing is it's going to show us our active flight modes. So there's over 10 flight modes here. Hover is the one that hovers, and you can turn the tracking on or off for this. So it'll give you a bit of additional information. Zoom out. I've got it set to 3 meters in height. And again, you go through the application to customize these. Follow, far and flat. Again, there's different modes that you can set. Orbit shot, which is that one that goes around you, 360 degrees. Have that set to 4 meters and high. And you see bird's eye view. So this is to 5 meters. Dolly track.
Ski mode.
Even a dedicated ski mode, which it's summer here, so I won't be able to test that one out.
Hover.
And back to hover, and you also have the manual mode using the controllers or the app using the manual mode and touch controls. Now launching it is very easy. You set the mode you want.
Ski mode.
You can hear the voice prompt.
Hover.
I want hover. You press the button in the middle, and then you need to hold it out level. So I'll press that button and make sure it sees your face. And there we go. That easy. I've just launched it and landing it. Very easy as well. Just put your hand underneath it. The camera and the sensor is going to see it, and then it lands itself. So that's how easy it is to take off and land the HOVER X1 Pro Max. what, how does this drone handle the wind? Well, I tested it in some really windy conditions. The drone was blowing all over the place, as you can see in the small little insert video I've got of it. It's going all over. But look at the footage, it's still relatively steady. Yes, it moves around a little bit, but it was incredibly windy, and I was surprised at just how well it handled this wind, which was at least 30 kilometers per hour. It started to get quite blowy. I think it did really well. All right, this is now low light footage, and the audio you're listening to has been recorded with the application and the drone itself, and it's using noise cancellation to remove the noise of the props, so you can't really hear that. And the low light here, depending on where I am, when I try to start filming, it will tell me that I need to move to a brighter area, but so far it's tracking me just fine. And the audio is surprisingly good, considering how we've got that noise from the props, how loud the actual drone is too. But I'll move a little bit faster, and it's doing a good job keeping me in the shot here. But we do have some street lights about, which is great. So this is what it looks like at nighttime, recording 8K, 30 frames per second. So the Hover X1 Pro Max is an excellent drone, I think, for people that want to get some quick and fast footage. You can launch it from your hand, record that clip you want, say of walking down a path or on a mountain bike or something, and then get it to land on your hand, and you are done. It's that simple. You don't need someone else to pilot the drone. You don't have to go through the app to set it all up. It's just that quick and easy. Using the button on the top there, you can see what mode you are in with the screen, and you simply just unfold it and push the button, and away you go. So very easy. Now, I tested out the manual mode a lot in this video, and all the footage I've shown you is 8K 30 frames per second. You can also shoot 4K 120 frames per second, so you can slow that down, and that can be used then as slow motion footage. But what I've seen from the footage, I think it looks excellent. Very good, lots of detail, especially the 8K. And of course, it's going to take up a lot of file size there, storage. So it's got 64 gigabytes on board, and you can add a micro SD card of up to 1 terabyte too as well. So excellent footage quality that I'm seeing. You've got the 10 plus intelligent flight modes, which add a little bit more fun to it. The downside to it that I have discovered is obstacle avoidance, especially with the front-facing camera where you don't really have anything. And it ended up crashing one time. It was following me. So you do have to be careful of obstacles around you if you're using the follow mode. Now, if you're using the dolly mode, because of the rear-facing camera and its obstacle avoidance, I have seen it go around obstacles. So that is working, and something that's new, something the previous model did not have. So big upgrades here with the new model, the Hover X1 Pro Max. Thank you so much for watching this video.